Welcome back to Stasis, and I have a glass of water with me. So, PDA time. Let's see, where are they again? Here's one. Start with this one, for no particular reason.
If they were more open, this wouldn't happen.
Open to who? The people? Governments?
March. Switching
Other
into.
corporations,
Oh,
Cost.
a bit of our
this
humanity.
actually went on all the way into February. Holy snot. What did this guy eat? I mean, everything just fell apart in December. Well, anyway. Man, that bitch from shipping won't get off my back. You fuck a girl real good and she just comes crawling back. If she doesn't get out of my hair, I'll have her moved off the ship. Dr. Milan is a prick, but he looks after me like that. I gotta say, being on Project Seed is awesome, man. Okay, so we gotta do some pretty noxious shit, but in exchange I got a lot of protection and an honorary title. Dr. De Santos. I like it. Dr. Milan knows about my contacts and private cargo that arrives on board, and I know he hates it, but there ain't nobody else prepared to work under Dr. Bachman. That guy is one twisted fuck and also one of my best customers. I get imports, sure, but my own private lab is what manufactures Bachman's pathway shit. Funny, I never realized how dependent these smartasses of science are on drugs. Personally, never touched this stuff. You gotta have your wits about you, man, especially around here. Wow, Dr. Williams. Charlotte, I never would have figured that uptight woman was a slut, but holy hell, she just gave me the ride of my fucking life. Who'd have thought it? Slinky lays under that lab coat of hers, and, for a woman in her mid-40s, a body that makes you want to get on your knees and howl at the moon. Against the table, pressed up against the viewport windows, on top, underneath, like a friggin' rattlesnake. Of course she's Looney Tunes. Probably thinks I'm her dead husband or something. Like I care, as long as she keeps coming to me to fulfill her needs. Crazy but smart, and she has no idea how much I know about her little project. I saw the details. People just think I'm a smack-talking smartass, but I've been training on the Groom Lake since I was 16. I studied chemistry and genetics, aced all of it too. She thinks I'm too stupid to understand. And some water. Thinking I could have gotten myself in too deep here. The drug thing was fine, but this whole industrial espionage thing is kind of freaky. I don't think Dr. Milan knows. I know Lincoln watches me with an eagle eye, but he can't know for sure. If he did, he'd eject my ass from the ship with the rest of the failed hybrids, but goddamn, the money is good. I earned my year's salary by sending some info to Black Star Industries. My contact gave me more money than I could conceive for leaking one report. One! I met the guy while I was on leave. He was a smug dickhead who somehow knew what I did, and then he flashed the cash. I've got no loyalties to the company, and I know how Dr. Milan treats loyal staff. That guy can turn on a dime when it suits him. I've heard of weird shit going on down in the decks below, and Seed has me feeling it'll soon be time to get the hell out of Dodge, pronto. One or two more reports might just give me what I need. Nobody knows about my little acts of espionage. But who'd care? The ship is falling apart. Some of those fucked up things that Bachman and Milan made are on the prowl. I stashed away my cash as soon as I heard things were going wrong, but money ain't gonna make a spit's worth of difference if we all get killed. Milan's taking all this way too calmly. Actually, I say he's enjoying all this. He came into the lab this morning. He still makes his whole report to the lab. And was grinning the whole damn time, his eyes all red like he was coming down from a high. That guy does not need drugs for high. His general fucked upness is what he writes. And here was me thinking Bachman was the crazy one. It's just us. Oh god, not even Bachman's around now. Charlotte was dragged away to the labs a few days ago. We're sailed off from the other decks. I reckon it's only a matter of time before Milan decides to do something about me too. I've been living on the ship for years. I know about hidden passages that even Milan doesn't know about. I'll get over to the communications array and let off a signal. Hopefully they'll get to us before Dr. Milan finds out. Whew, one more. Ah. Oh boy. Oh boy. They said I'd never make it to 60. Ha! 85, you fuckers. Old and still cooking with gas. 3 bastard kids and I outlived them all. Okay, so I was young when I had them. Those girls never even knew I was the father, of course. I had to switch the DNA samples so they didn't know the little shits were mine. I'm too old now for all that, but you never completely lose your eye for ladies. Gross. I might have false teeth, Dr. Milan, but I'm no moron. For the good of humanity, I'm a sociopath and a alleged rapist of women. But your little speech to the crew was less sincere than anything I could say with a straight face. At least you know to turn a blind eye. You know how to turn a blind eye whenever I have to get rid of troublesome subjects. Right, Milan? The new gas for the chambers is working splendidly. An improved kill rate of 60% on the old formula. I watch those poor fuckers writhe and die. We have a viewing window now, just so we can make sure it's done. If I were a moral man, I'd call it perverse. It's lucky for Project Seed that I couldn't give a shit. I thrive when I don't have to answer to everyone with a conscience. This will not do, not at all. I need more subjects. The rejection ratio of the DNA splicing is stratospheric, so not only do I need more bodies, but I need better ones. They bring me imports and strays, but the best results are achieved with crew members. One cannot prey too often on those, of course, no matter the need. My chosen ones were always those who would be missed. The furnaces are inadequate for my disposal requirements. I'm told they're so hot they could destroy dark matter. They seem slow to respond when burning flesh though, and the smell is hardly pleasant either. It reminds me of that injured dog that I found as a little boy growing up in Missouri. It looked at me with a pleading look, the kind a sick patient gives a doctor they trust absolutely. Naturally, I stomped on the mongrel's head. It was a mercy. There are too many in society who have a similarly damaged disposition. It's a kindness to snuff out their worthless lives. Sociopath, indeed. I must get more pathway. That little prick de Santos is usually more than forthcoming with his ingredients, but he says his own suppliers are having problems. I know you, de Santos. I know you're not a real doctor. I know the kind. I have 5 PhDs and can tell when men have been hired for their instincts rather than their knowledge. Meanwhile, the cutting and splicing continues. Oh, and Charlotte, we all know about your little experiment, you stupid bitch. First she kills her partner by accidentally exposing him to a lethal virus, and then she goes gaga for him. That's the sort of beautiful incompetence that slays me. I spent years perfecting the art of the kill, making a murder appear a mishap, and she went and did it all completely by accident. What perfect nonsense. I held a subject down today and used my surgical hammer to cave in his windpipe. Then I gouged out his eyes and tried to rip his jaw from its socket. My goodness, what an outburst. I'm becoming careless. I need more pathway. Dr. Milan is starting to worry that my tendencies cannot be controlled. He need not worry. I'm still focused on seed. Seed is still just that, a seed. But this chrysalis will soon break open and blossom. The successfully bred Homo novi wait in their containment cells, while their unsuccessful brethren, reduced to a viral mulch that's already breached the containment seals of the ship, grow. Its genetic makeup might be a little more than trash, but it is astoundingly tenacious. I have to respect that which kills with such efficiency. Hang on a bit. The fungal growths that they referred to earlier in the game, is that unsuccessful Project Seed subjects? I don't know. That's weird. This game is weird. And it's dark. I woke up in the emergency room today. Somebody found me on the stairs. I can't remember much. What I do know is that both my fucking legs are up in casts. I better get comfortable, because Dr. Graham says I'll be in here for at least a month. We die as the Novi cut us down, but I'm not ready to be replaced by a new species. Our creations are impressive, but I don't share Milan's fanaticism for what is happening here. I must try to make sure one of the lifeboats is available for me. A shame there was not another for that delectable young thing. What was her name? Callister? I would have liked to have her around when the ship was going to hell. She's dead, however. How unfortunate. I may be old, but I'll tear anyone who tries to stop me from leaving apart at the limbs. I have survived police investigations, court cases, vengeful spouses, and idealistic lap hands. I will gut any shitbag trying to prevent my escape, and that includes you, Milan. I will jab out your eyeballs and eat them before I submit to you. Here's hoping this guy is very much dead. Okay. We have that thing. Now let's leave and do something else. My throat approves. Let's see. Do we go here and use the thing? Yeah, we do. I think now we just stand here and...
Warning. The oxygen atmosphere generating system is no longer functioning. Product failure is imminent.
Well, I suppose that's kind of unfortunate. Hehe. Ooh, this is probably going to do something.
That's just crazy. Although,
Come on, kill yourself with it. Okay, no. Oh well. Boom, baby. Why did I click over here? I meant to click over here. Is my mouse really that glitchy? Or is it just something with... Okay. Well, how about that? Bone mending glue. We need that actually.
almost here. Especially their eyes.
Don't get too close.
Yeah, life lesson right there. Let's see, was there anything else in here? I don't think there was, but I am going to go pixel hunting just a little. Nope, all good. Check the PDA and have a drink or two. Oh, Francis, I still lie awake at night thinking of you. You haunt my dreams, my nightmares, and my fantasies. We found love, dear. Even when we worked in Kane's Sydney lab, creating viral strains that could turn a human inside out, we loved and made love. Ours was a match made in heaven. We worked on only the most exciting viruses and pathogens. Our work together was a Mozart requiem, a piece of perfection. My work now is a pale imitation of what it was once. Oh, Francis, how long ago was it now? It must be 10 years, but it feels like only yesterday. You were too sick to transfer to the Groom Lake when I did. You died just as I took up my post. But don't fret, my angel. I've begun concocting a way of bringing you back to life. I always called you my little Frankenstein, do you remember? Shredding the boundary between life and death was always your ultimate goal. Well now, with Project Seed entering its second phase, my plans can finally be put into practice. The laboratories are off limits between 2 a.m. and 4 a.m., so that's when I work. Naturally, I prepare all of the calculations and machine settings in my quarters. I keep the subject under a false name in one of the pods. So far, not even Dr. Milan knows what I'm doing. Each major laboratory operation I perform takes no more than an hour, and I always erase the machine records at the end of each one. I'm using your DNA, my darling. Even with the enhanced regenerative abilities of the genetic material we've already synthesized for Seed, you will be reborn. But you will be impervious to physical degeneration, immune to sickness and pain. I'll have done what you would have wanted and made you perfect. And when you step healthy, unblemished, and reconstituted from your glass womb, you will never leave me again. Things have felt strange lately. My work continues, but I swear, darling Francis, I can feel you watching me. I've tried to work longer hours to complete the new and reborn you, but it's not easy. Marvin has already had a look at some of my work, I'm sure, as if he'd have any concept of what I'm trying to achieve anyway. Oh, Jesus. I think my voice is going. Okay, I'll try reading this one as well. And then, maybe I'll just have to come back and do this later. I still wonder, my darling, why you cursed me as you died. You know it was an accident. I know you remember that. It wasn't murder. I've never committed a murder. Not even when we tested that pathogen on those troublesome neighbors. It was an experiment. How were we to know they choked to death on their own innards? I suppose death was a possibility, but that's science. No, so you're that kind of mad scientist. I fear for your continued life. I'm afraid Milan knows. Who else knows? Have they contaminated you? I will run extra tests to make sure your code is not flawed or altered in any way. I'm anxious. I've started scratching my arms badly. At this rate, I may end up looking like that leprous toad, Backman. Oh, my dearest Francis. Oh, this is the last one. Good. I have failed you. Milan knows. He confronted me about it directly. He wants me to make you just like them. I cannot have you crawling on all fours like some dog in the street. The very idea offends me. I will protect you with my life. You will be reborn. I swear this on my life. Okay, don't look interesting. I don't think these are important at all. Not even the subject. Oh, you don't need to note down the subject numbers, by the way, if you're playing the game. I'm pretty sure it's not used for anything. Yeah. I don't think that was relevant information. Well, let's see. I think we'll go back, apparently. Ah. Oh, yeah. Those names, actually, may be something to remember. For later. Just, not right now. Okay, let's go back down. And once we are back down, mutagen laboratory. Okay. So, here's something you probably don't expect. But first of all, let's save the game. I'm going to actually try to kill myself with a tube of glue. Because reasons.
I don't know what I was thinking there. That's just crazy. Although,
Okay. Never mind. Now we have that thing. Okay. What happens if I do this? Haha. How about them apples? Woo! And yoink. So, power cells. Everyone who has ever played an X game knows that they are useful. Briefly. Let's go up here and do the thing here as well. So that's kind of a clue, although not necessary. I think the purpose is to give us pause for what comes soon. So remember where else we've seen symbols like this? Right, over this way. So here's something for you to think about. What do you think will happen when we yank the power out of this place? Yeah, subject termination, equipment failure. So yeah. We've just killed 3 whatever the hell they are. Lovely. Actually, can I do this?
I can't see it working like that.
Nope. Okay, well I guess that's a relief actually. Okay. I'm about to end the episode. But maybe I can present you with a bit of a cliffhanger to get your appetite a little for the next bit. By the way, we are actually not that far from the endgame. Can now leave to this part here. Yeah, I could still go on for a few minutes. Yeah. This is the place I was thinking about. If we go down here, which we shouldn't for a little while yet, I think. We'll trigger a conversation with, well, you'll see. I want to save that for next episode. So I'm just going to read ahead to see if there's something I can do right now. Right. Yeah. I'll have to go down there and do the thing. So, tell you what, I'll just save that for our next episode. So, see you then.